Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. So as we approach December, we are getting close to that stressful exam period that basically no one is looking forward to. Now if you're in high school, you've still got a bit of time to study and prepare, but if you're studying in college or university, it's officially crunch time. In today's video, we're going to give you 10 super effective study tips to help you prepare as best you can for your upcoming final exams. With that said, let's get into things. So in this video, we're giving you some crucial tips to study effectively for university tests and exams. Number 10 is easily the most important and valuable, so stick around to hear what it is. The first tip is to use study space for studying. You need to build some sort of association between studying and your study spot. If you study on your bed, you're associating sleep with studying and you very well may find yourself napping. The college or university library is a great place for individual or group study, as it forces you to get up and go to your studying space, and when you're there isn't really much else to do than what you're there for, studying. Our second tip is to study during your best time of day. Are you a morning person or are you more productive in the afternoons? Maybe you're most alert after 8 p.m. Whatever the case, use the time of day when your brain is the most alert to focus on schoolwork, especially for the more difficult tasks. This will vary person to person, but nobody knows your tendencies better than yourself, so set yourself up for success and study at the time of day that works best for you. Number 3 is to try your best to resist temptations to start with low priority tasks as a form of procrastination. Have you ever wondered why your room is always clean and there's no dirty dishes in the sink during exam season? Well, low priority tasks can involve completing housework, chores, or mindless homework when you have other important or difficult tasks to be doing. Both of these tasks can be used to avoid more difficult work and to exaggerate your sense of accomplishment. So you end up patting yourself on the back for the small, less relevant task you did, but then you're stuck with an overwhelming important task which you haven't even begun. Don't get stuck in that trap. Number 4 is to set study session goals. So determine what you're going to accomplish before you even begin to study. This will help you avoid daydreaming and other time-wasting distractions and help you to stay on task. In my humble opinion, this could very well be the most underrated tip out there. Setting goals will help you more than you realize. Just try it. Number 5 is to break work into smaller tasks. Take a break after completing one chunk of studying if you have difficulty concentrating. It's better to study in 30-minute intervals and to absorb the information than it is to study for hours at a time only to feel overwhelmed and unable to get anything done. The last thing you want is to dedicate a day to studying but burn out with a throbbing headache because you didn't take adequate breaks. Pace yourself to give yourself the best chance of retaining the information you are studying. Number 6 is to practice retrieving the information from your memory. So this is how it was explained to me many years ago. The first time you retrieve a memory, it travels down a short road in your brain called a neural pathway. Every time you recall that same piece of information, it gets easier for that memory to travel down the same pathway. So self-testing or quizzing is one of the best ways to practice recalling information. It can also be useful to create your own mock exam, or if your professor uses a test bank, to go over those questions multiple times. Number 7 is also very helpful, and that is to teach someone else the content that you're learning. Teaching someone else the information you're studying allows you to discover what gaps exist in your knowledge. Consider teaching a friend or classmate, or even explaining the concept out loud to yourself. Try to explain like I'm 5, using words and ideas a 5-year-old could understand. The better you can explain or teach a subject, the better you understand it for yourself. Number 8 on the list is to check your understanding. So make sure you engage your brain while you study. If you're thinking about your weekend plans while your eyes are scanning through the words of your lecture notes, you won't actually absorb anything. Practice mindfulness as you study, continually asking yourself, do I understand that? Reread things if you have to, but make sure you're actively absorbing the information, not just skimming over it. Number 9 is to know what you don't know. Most students study by reading, making notes, then rereading those notes. If you use this method to study, you won't find out what you don't know until you get to the exam, and that's not a good place to be. Instead, try this. For humanities and social science courses, read a section of your textbook or your lecture notes. Quiz yourself on what you just read by writing down the key ideas, and then start or highlight the information you weren't able to remember in your textbook or notes. Then, spend the majority of your time studying and focusing on the sections you start or highlighted. For science, technology, engineering, or math, also known as STEM courses, rereading notes is rarely effective. Instead, spend your time actively solving practice problems. Number 10 on this list is to recognize when your mind starts to drift. When your mind drifts, identify if it has an internal cause, daydreaming, worrying, nervousness, anxiety, etc., or an external cause, such as a friend knocking on the door, phone calls, texts, the Lions losing another football game, etc. What do you need to do to eliminate these distractions? Put yourself in a situation where distractions are limited, but when they arise, you need to diagnose and deal with them immediately. To make this easier on yourself, be sure to take small breaks periodically. The brain can think more clearly after a break. Aim to spend 25 minutes studying, absorbing, reading, and thinking, or focusing on any mental task, and then take a 5-minute break. This is a ballpark if you're not sure how to divide up your time. However, this is by no means a rule, and some people may study better for 30 minutes with a 10-minute break. You do you. Lastly, and most importantly, take care of yourself. Eat nutritious food, get 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, and exercise to improve your concentration. If you don't treat your body well, your ability to concentrate will suffer. Your mental and physical well-being should always come first. And self-care is something that cannot ever be preached enough. If you put too much stress on yourself, causing an anxiety attack, or you fail to take care of yourself physically, leaving you tired with no energy, this will reflect poorly on your final exam performance. So take care of yourself first and worry about school second. Now, please don't use this as an excuse to take unnecessarily long breaks or to procrastinate in the name of #self-care, but be honest with yourself and know that no matter how you perform on your exam, every breath you take is a blessing. So take a deep one and relax. You've got this. So this is a bit longer of a video than we're normally making. So if you're still here, we really hope that you enjoyed, and thank you for your support to the channel. And we really hope you ace that upcoming exam. As we say every week, if you like this video and are excited to see more, let us know by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and comment what sort of economic topics you'd like to see us cover in the future. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll catch you in the next.